What if the most dangerous fugitive isn't the one running from the law, but the woman who accidentally stole the warden's heart while trying to steal his keys, and the only sentence that matters is the one they're writing together in the margins of chaos? In Oops, I'm Wanted Again, Sheridan Anne delivers a dark prison break rom-com that weaponizes absurdity against trauma, proving that in landscapes defined by control, laughter is the ultimate act of defiance, and love is the only escape plan that actually works. This isn't merely another criminal romance with forced proximity. It's a witty, emotionally precise narrative where every stolen glance feels like both felony and vow. Consent is negotiated through shared adrenaline rather than paperwork, and healing happens not despite the crime, but because of the trust forged in its aftermath. From the first siren whale narration, listeners are plunged into a world where danger and desire share the same heartbeat, making every moment of connection feel like both risk and revelation. Perfect for fans of tonally complex dark romance and stories where humor disarms emotional defenses, this audiobook serves up relentless comedic timing, unflinching emotional honesty, and protagonists whose journey from accidental accomplices to devoted partners resonates with anyone who's ever found freedom in the most unlikely places. When small-time grifter Lila Vance botches a simple con and ends up handcuffed to brooding correctional officer Kalen Thorne during a catastrophic prison riot, she expects arrest, not to discover his rigid discipline masks a longing for the very chaos she embodies. But as they navigate collapsing infrastructure and mutual suspicion, Lila realizes this entanglement isn't about capture, it's about calibration. Anne masterfully avoids reducing Lila to manic pixie convict or Kalen to stoic authority figure. Instead, she crafts a relationship rooted in radical reciprocity within constraint, where trust is earned through shared vulnerability rather than assumed hierarchy, and where intimacy emerges from honoring each other's contradictions without demanding resolution. The audiobook narration amplifies this emotional alchemy, capturing Lila's frantic charm softening into genuine clarity, and Kalen's guarded intensity revealing depths beneath uniform composure. You don't just hear their bond ignite. You feel the seismic shift of two souls learning that safety isn't found in compliance, but in choosing each other when everything demands separation. What elevates Oops, I'm Wanted Again beyond typical dark romance fare is its nuanced portrayal of criminality as adaptive survival rather than moral failing. Lila isn't merely charming her way out of trouble. She's confronting how systemic neglect taught her to equate worth with utility, challenging the notion that redemption requires erasure. Kalen doesn't reform her through devotion. He creates space where her resourcefulness can exist without judgment, honoring her autonomy even as his own walls crumble. Their relationship evolves through acts of radical reciprocity, sharing truths during high-stakes escapes that bypass performance, setting boundaries that protect both mission integrity and emotional safety, and defending each other from allies who mistake loyalty for ownership. Supporting characters add vital texture, fellow inmates whose solidarity masks grief, guards whose rigidity reflects institutional trauma, even the prison itself, rendered as living archive whose concrete absorbs decades of unspoken resilience. Every interaction reinforces the novel's core truth. In systems built on punishment, tenderness is insurgency, and presence is the only true parole. Even the rom-com mechanics serve thematic depth, with mistaken identities mirroring emotional misrecognition, and chase sequences becoming metaphors for earned trust. For audiobook listeners, this production is pure auditory delight with substance. The narrator embodies Lila and Kalen with remarkable distinction. Lila's voice carries bright desperation laced with dawning self-trust, while Kalen's low timbre trembles with suppressed warmth beneath disciplined cadence, making their chemistry palpable even during life-threatening moments. Sound design enhances atmosphere without overwhelming intimacy. Distant alarms marking escalating stakes, rain against barred windows during vulnerable confessions, the hushed click of restraint syncing with breath during quiet exchanges, all anchor emotional stakes in sensory reality. Pacing mirrors the rhythm of escape and connection, deliberate during negotiation and reflection, then surging with urgency as external threats collide with internal breakthroughs. Whether you're commuting through daily routines or unwinding in twilight solitude, the audiobook creates a portable sanctuary where chaos feels sacred and connection feels lifeline. It's storytelling as embodied validation, transforming passive listening into active participation in a love story that honors both danger and devotion. Ultimately, Oops, I'm Wanted Again redefines dark prison break romance by centering female agency within carceral frameworks. It satisfies genre cravings for satisfying chemistry and hopeful resolution, while delivering substantive commentary on systemic failure, masculine vulnerability, and the radical act of building partnerships based on mutual recognition rather than rescue. No prior series knowledge is needed. It stands confidently as a complete emotional odyssey. If you've ever wondered whether love can thrive in broken systems, or if true strength requires embracing imperfection, this audiobook will affirm that sometimes the most powerful act is choosing to stay wanted when the world says run. Press play, grab the keys, and prepare to believe that even in landscapes shaped by confinement, hearts still find ways to break free, together. Your next favorite dark rom-com isn't waiting in perfect escapes. It's waiting in the brave, trembling choice to build something real from the wreckage.